Before I turn on this mic, I had so much that I wanted to say. But now I'm here and it's just blank. And I've been sitting here for like 5-10 minutes. Couldn't come up with anything. But it's happened so many times. And I thought that's why someday I just can't make an episode. And I'm sure that happened to you too, right? When you know you wanted to do something, but a part of you it just kind of tipping the toes in and tipping the toes out. It's like, I don't really know the answer. How can I do it? How can I go for these things that I really want to do when I'm so uncertain whether if it's gonna turn out good or not? Just like I'm making this episode right now. It's gonna be a bad episode if I'm just gonna wing it and say random stuffs, right? And I promise I'm not gonna be depressed in this episode. I promise. For so love of sweet Jesus. Yeah. It just when you want to go to ask that person out or that special somebody that you've been liking so much, but you're afraid. You're afraid that you're not good enough. You're afraid that you won't be a good match. You're afraid to go for it because you're not where you're supposed to be yet. And I live it. And I'm still living it. I'm not saying all this because I figured it out or I had to figure it out. But I'm saying this because I don't have it figured out. And I'm trying to work through it. And I hope you do that too. You know, sometimes we are our best mentor. We just gotta choose to see it. Choose to accept the fact that we don't know everything. That we know nothing. Right? Because that is when we allow ourselves to choose, to expand, to learn, to accept that we don't have the answer. We're not good, but we can be better. And just like every day is a new day. But what I've learned lately is when we keep holding on to the past, holding on to something that is belong in the past, that is no longer here. But it's hurt when you think about it. But there's nothing you can do. And yet your mind keep on winding back there over and over again. And then the same habits, same behaviors, same way of making decisions and choices. And then we wonder why we keep on living the same life, doing the same things, seeing the same results. And time just keep on slipping by. Years and years and years keep on slipping by. And the older we get, sometimes it feels like we have nothing to show for. But what if none of that matter? What if none of that really mattered? I once had most of my things figured out. I once got to that top of the mountain that I say I would get to. I was up there. And let me tell you, it feels the same. Just like where I am now, right at the very bottom of that mountain. Falling all the way from that mountain. And I thought it was gonna be like hell when I fell down to here. But it's not. It is not. It's the same. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. And it was interesting. Because when I was on top of the mountain, I saw another the mountain. I saw another goal. I wanted more. It wasn't enough. And this one lady that was in here yesterday, or the day before, 2 days ago, I did her nails. And she told me that you will never be ready. She's 72. Very funny lady. She told me that. She said, you always want more. You will never be satisfied with where you are, with what you have. That's just the way we are. Because I told her that I haven't took a vacation in years, and I have lost count of days and week of the weeks and whatever. And she told me, if you want to go somewhere, go. You want to do something, you do it. You don't wait until you're ready, because that day might never come. You will always feel like you're missing something. You always feel like you have to get yourself together before you can go and do. And one thing I took out of that is, if I waited until I'm ready, this podcast would have never exist. It's a hard lesson to learn, but that is something that I think we need to apply into our everyday choices, the things that we do. Because accepting the fact that whether you're on top or bottom is like flipping a coin, head or tail. You're flipping. Either way, it will feel the same. Just like me right now. I'm afraid of asking that girls out, because now I'm broke. I have nothing to show for. I've lost all of my leverages. So guess what I did? I pulled back. I told myself that I'm a loser. I won't ever be enough until I, quote unquote, had it figured out. But you know what? I felt the same once back when I had a little thing figured out, I did get to that top of the mountain. But you know what? Back then, I still kind of felt the same. I keep on holding myself back because I was like, this is not good enough. I would be much more confident if I got to that higher mountain. So I waited, and I waited. And what I'm trying to say, I think, I don't think I ever feel ready, you know? Just gotta go for it. Just gotta do it. And if someone like you for who you are, know what you have, know what you possess, not your title, not your status, but just for you, then it's great, you know? To find someone who would love you or like you at your lowest. That's a special somebody that you need to find. So maybe in fact this is the best time to do it. The best time to ask that person out. The best time to just go for it. Go for whatever you want to do. Start the business. Start a new routine. Cut off that person. Find that new person. Say the things that you always wanted to say. What else? Go for the trip that you always wanted to go, but you're afraid. Funny how I ask my clients whenever they say, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna go to the trip. I'm gonna go to Europe. I'm gonna go to Japan and all these places. I'm gonna do all these things." And then I ask them, "So what is holding you back?" And there's always, well, most of the time, are a silent right after I say it. I'm not sure. They might not know the answer. But they always come up with something. Fear. Fear is something that us human are designed to have. It's what could give us species a life. But we're living in a different days and age now. You know, where everything is just so different from what we used to be. We're not in a cave anymore. We're not in like a tribe that if you get kicked out and you're out there in the wilderness by yourself, you're gonna die. But nowadays, you can be alone. You can be away from the pack, and you'll be fine. There's no lion or wolf or alligators gonna come and snatch you in your sleep. No, not anymore. But that instinct is still with us from those days. And it's hard to break out of it, you know, when you're in it. It's like when you're in the bottle, you can't read the label. Especially when we're so used to a routine, doing the same things that make us feel comfortable every day. It's so hard to break out of it. You know, if you're like me, you're going home and you're tired. You're not I just want to look at the TV, eat something comfortable, something good. You know, yeah, that's all I want to do. So that's what I do every night. And then one day I go home and I'm like, you know, today I'm not gonna do it. It's not that easy. Because I fail every time. It's hard. It's hard to find a will to say no to these things. It's hard to say, you know, today I'm a new person. I'm gonna do things differently. That's the hard part. But one thing I found that is easier than just flip a switch and quit everything is that instead of watching TV for 2 hours, I flip it back to like 1:45, and then another day 1:40, 135, 130, and slowly cutting it off. Because it's compound effect with everything. Even with your dishes, you done with the dishes, you wash it right away. There's no piling up on the sink. I mean, I don't use the dishwasher, so for me, it's the best way to do it, to wash it right away. But there's some days you just, feel like, fuck, I just don't feel like doing it, and it's hard. But that's what makes you different from everybody else. Just gotta find the will to overdrive that human instinct inside of you and say, no, this is it. I am the new person now. And what I found is, when you clean up your house, you put things where they're supposed to be clean and neatly, especially your bedroom, the place you sleep. Let me tell you, the difference is night and day. When you live in a clean space, everything is where they're supposed to be, and you feel like you're a fucking chat, Or maybe it's just me, but I feel like I'm a fucking chat, a giga chat. I hope you know what a giga chat is. But yeah, I feel like it. And when I feel like it, I go to work, I feel like I'm a giga chat too. And it's weird that when you express yourself differently, when you feel confident about yourself, when you think that, oh fuck, I'm a giga chat. I go to work and I have confidence to look at people in the eyes, and you could feel the energy is different from every other days where I just go to work, sitting on the table, I say hi, and then I'll just look down at the hand and I'll just do the hand. There's nothing. But then recently I found the courage to look at people in the eyes, look at them for a little bit, and not afraid to be like, look away, and just say hi, how are you? That's it. That one simple change make the whole session with the client much more fun, and they're more open up, more, enjoying the session. I'm talking about like doing nails, I'm not thinking anything crazy. Filing the nails, doing the polish. It's just so much different from just one simple things. And it's coming just from you viewing yourself differently. Because you clean up your damn house, your damn room. Everything is clean, neat. And you think that you're that kind of person. And when you think of yourself like that, you show up differently. And the energy that you spread out. I used to think that, this energy shit is woo-woo and, fucking crazy shit. But they have these, these magnet or electromagnet, whatever, that can detect your brain wave without touching your brain and shit like that. So it literally is showing that your body is spreading out, your brain it pushing out the energy that you cannot see. And it's like science shit. It's not like woo-woo shit, So when you show up differently, when you feel so different about yourself, I'm sorry, I always go off topic because I always have no idea what I'm going to be talking about. I'm so sorry. But yeah, when you feel different about yourself and you show up differently, you tend to see different results. And especially in a positive way, you tend to bring more positive things into your life. It's true. think this is so powerful, you know? It's not just for this line of work, but for everything. Sometimes we just like to talk shit about ourselves too much, and we wonder why. We feel like shit when we go out into the world, when we talk to people and meet people. You know? And I find it, funny how I thought once I lost all of my leverages, once all of the doors are such. Sorry for the background noise, I'm by the road. But once you're at rock bottom, things gonna get worse. But let me tell you, it's not really. Yes, you feel like you have nothing to hold on to. You feel like you kind of fuck. But at the same time, you appreciate things more. Things that you used to take for granted. Because you had so much back then. And now you have nothing. You appreciate everything. Thank you so much for listening and being here today. And I hope I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.